Hey, what is up guys? Today I'm here with my predictions for WWDC 2013. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now first off, if you don't know what WWDC stands for, that's the Worldwide Developers Conference that's held annually in San Francisco. And it's where Apple usually makes their software announcements, as well as product line refresh announcements. So the first thing we're going to see is iOS 7. I expect Apple will introduce iOS 7 as well as OS 10.9. Johnny Ive has took over the iOS department and is sure to bring a new look and feel to the OS. iOS 7 is said to have a more flat look similar to the Windows Phone design. I expect Apple will release iOS 7 beta as well as OS 10.9 beta to developers directly after WWDC, which is going to be held on June 10th. Next up, we could see the launch of Apple's new music radio streaming service, which is going to be called iRadio. Apple's iRadio service is said to be a lot like Pandora's service, and Apple has said to have been planning this since last summer. Apple just recently, as yesterday, signed their last contract that was holding them up from releasing iRadio at WWDC. Under this new deal, Apple will give Warner Music Group 10% of their AdSense share. And just to put that in perspective for you, that's more than twice what Pandora pays out for their music streaming service. Next is AirDrop wireless file sharing capabilities. Now we could see this released at WWDC as well. AirDrop is a finder function that allows Mac users to share files with other Mac users without the need for a Wi-Fi network or storage device in general. AirDrop for iOS is said to work the same way. You're going to be able to share files between iOS devices as well as the ability to share files from an iOS device straight to your Mac. Now as we all know, in iOS 6, Apple did implement Facebook and Twitter into the OS pretty heavily. And Apple's looking to integrate 2 more social networks coming into iOS 7. And those 2 networks are going to be Flickr and Vimeo. Next up is a slimmer 13-inch Retina Macbook Pro. Apple could be releasing an even thinner 13-inch Retina Macbook Pro with an upgraded iSight camera from HD to Full HD, which will improve FaceTime, Skype, and video conferencing in general. Now the MacBook Air could receive a slight refresh as well. It's said to be possibly receiving a Retina display as well as dual microphones. Now another thing to mention is that Apple today released a WWDC application just for the event. Next up is the iPhone 5S. I think we could possibly see the iPhone 5S unveiled, not released, but unveiled at WWDC. And the reason I think this is going to happen is because Apple likes to show off their new OS on a new device. So if they're going to be showing off their new software, which of course is going to be iOS 7, they're going to want to show it off on a new device, which is going to be the iPhone 5S. I think the iPhone 5S will have a better processor, a 13 megapixel camera, and Apple could possibly be improving the Retina display as well as a bigger battery. Next up is the Apple iPad mini. Now Apple could unveil the next generation Apple iPad mini with Retina display, as well as a bumped up processor, a better battery, and better cameras. I think Apple will not release any new products. There will be no Apple television set released at WWDC. There also will be no iWatch. However, we will see those released later on this year. Well, that's going to wrap this one up for me, guys. This has been my predictions for WWDC 2013. Let me know down in the comments section what are your predictions for WWDC 2013. I hope this video helped you guys out with a little bit of information that might be revealed at WWDC this year. Please be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Also subscribe to the channel to be notified of future uploads. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.